Welcome to Cosmic Comics, Games and Collectibles, your zen of geekism. We carry comics old and new, magazines, toys, games like Pokemon, Magic, D&D. Want Godzilla, Ultraman, Star Trek, Ninja Turtles, Funko Pops? You'll find it all here. Shop our Cosmic Sound Room and pick up a record or two. Enjoy our Comic Coffee Lounge with a cup of Sasquatch coffee or a delicious menu item while geeking out over a super cool movie on our big screen. Come by and say hello to Maui. Cosmic Comic, Games and Collectibles. Superman loves us, and so will you.
It all started with an invite. Then you wake up in a cage. You would never expect what happens next. Who lives? Who dies? Are you ready to get lured?
And good evening, everybody. I am RJ Carter, Senior Managing Editor here at CriticalBlast.com. And boy, you know, they say that what comics needs is more genres, something other than superhero. And I can't think of anything that would be more beneficial to the audiences and bring in more readers than a comic book about fishing. And you know, just guys getting out there on the riverbank, wading out there in hip waders, catching trout, reeling in catfish. That would make a great comic book, I think. But I could be wrong. Maybe Lure isn't really about fishing. Am I wrong in this one, or am I close?
You're totally wrong.
Oh man, not even catfishing of any kind.
No.
Oh damn. Okay, well I did try.
I mean, the party that they go to isn't what they thought it was going to be.
Well, somebody got catfished in there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because they were lured in. We have Allie in the chat here tonight. Hey, Alex, how you doing, man? Glad to see you here. Jim Tanner's popping in to say hi.
Hello.
While y'all are here, you might want to check out that link that's at the top of the chat, or below the video. Click on that, get out the Kickstarter, and throw some money at this. We need $43, folks. $43 to make us holler. So
$43 to get to 1,000 and unlock the next stretch goal.
We want stretch goals tonight, guys. So, this is the Kickstarter. I keep saying Indiegogo because this used to be an Indiegogo at one point. I've never seen one go Indiegogo Kickstarter. I've always seen Kickstarter to Indiegogo.
Next time I do a campaign, it's going to go Kickstarter than Indiegogo. I mean, it's my first time. It's my first book. So I'm learning.
But you know what? You've hit 957, so that's not terrible.
No.
That's a couple of car payments right there.
Yeah, and my Indiegogo was successful as well, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah, you're doing well. Did you take off faster on Kickstarter than you did on Indiegogo? I mean, did you notice anything right away that like this is different, or it's about the same?
The only difference was I launched the Kickstarter 30 minutes before the launch party just to make sure there was no hiccups or anything. Yeah. And right away I got 4 backers without even telling anybody it was live.
Oh, wow. So I've heard that Indiegogo is the place for the 90s superhero stuff, and Kickstarter is the place for the bad girl, good girl artwork kind of thing, the more mature stuff.
I'm not sure. I mean, my numbers for Indiegogo compared to Kickstarter, Indiegogo was better for me.
Well, you're down to the last 7 days, so that's when you're really going to be able to tell the difference here.
Next Friday, It was,
Yeah. You got a closeout stream planned?
Friday, I'll actually be at a comic convention, but Thursday night, I'm doing a show and we're going to do a closeout there.
All right. By the way, folks, speaking of shows, Krista is Krista or Lola? I don't know which one
I
you
go
go
by Lola online. Yes.
I know a couple of Lolas online, and neither one's a showgirl. So, but Lola has the show over on Indie Volt. She
do.
runs the Geekgasm show, which is kind of Indie Volt, but like not on Indie Volt because they want to say they know you, but they don't want to be associated with the Geekgasm term, I guess.
No, IndieVolt. So Geekgasm is in the IndieVolt network. The other show I was doing, Backer Shots, was not part of IndieVolt.
That's the one. Did that stop?
For now. I'm reorganizing some things, and with the cons right now, it's kind of hard to do them.
Yeah.
So
I thought Backer Shots was genius idea. It's like, hey, if we get a backer, the ladies all take a drink. Like, who's not in for that game? Come on.
it was a fun show. It's coming back.
Do you remember most of them?
I do. I remember all of them. I don't remember who was on them, but I remember them.
So you can hold the shots rather well then.
No, I threw up on camera twice.
Oh, geez. See, that's why
I
people
did
tune in.
15 shots of liquid cocaine.
Oh my God, you're lucky you didn't go to the hospital. That's too much.
And we were getting the backers for the person that was on.
I bet you were. They wanted to see, how long it would take you to throw up there. So what made you want to actually make your own comic?
I've been a publisher now for 11 years, and I decided to put my own out.
Publishing comics?
Yes.
Because you work with, is that through Arrow, or did you have another imprint?
So me and my husband, we co-own Last Call Comics. That's our publishing company. So I was doing that for 11 years now, and was like, let me give it a try.
Yeah. How hard could it be? All these other ne'er-do-wells are sending us their scripts and their artwork. I can at least do half of that. Well, now did you do the artwork, or did you?
No, the artwork for the book and the colors for the book are by Dave Brown. He also goes by Dave the Supreme.
Has he been on any other books before now that people would know his work from?
He has his own company that he has books that he puts out. He does Comic-Cons as well.
That's the one advantage I think that you really have over a lot of these other indie publishers, is that you have connected with so many people.
Yes.
Through so many conventions that it's like just ring somebody up on the phone and say, hey, yeah, you want to do a book?
Yeah. We got lots of support.
Nobody out of internet world.
Yeah, lots of support, lots of followers and fans, and they're always willing to help you out.
So when did you come up with this particular storyline that said, hey, I've got this idea and I think this is what I'm going to make the comic book out of?
So for those who don't know my story, I was kidnapped when I was 18. And because of that, I have PTSD and a couple other issues. So writing was a way to get out my emotions and feelings. And lore came out of that.
Oh, so this was what came out of your having been kidnapped when you were 18.
Yeah.
How,
exaggeration.
Well, yeah. I don't imagine you ran into the actual, supernatural characters or anything like that. But how long before recovery, if you don't mind my asking? Before you were recovered.
What do you mean?
Before they found you.
I actually escaped, but it took me a year and a half.
My God. That's that's a horrible thing to think of. I'm not even going to ask what happened during the year and a half because that's way too personal, and I think most people can surmise anyway.
I'm
Um,
making a book about it.
yeah, well, I mean, other people obviously have. I want to say I can't remember her name, so I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to say it because I'll get it wrong, and it'll be some other uh, movie of the week. Like, yeah, Casey Anthony. No, she was that other woman. Like so. But eventually,
Yeah,
you did.
I'm turning my story though into a comic. It's going to be around 4 issues.
Yeah, that's going to be some intense stuff. I can just imagine. And definitely probably a mature adult book too. It's not.
Yeah.
You're not going to pull any punches on it.
No, not at all. But my goal is to hopefully help somebody else out there that's went through what I went through, or that might end up how I ended up. Try to help people out.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of autobiographical comic that catches Eisner attention. If you really put everything into it and get some eyes on it. Intense Webs is out here in the chat saying hello. Appreciate
Hello.
you being here, Intense Webs. So run us through this key party from hell here, and that's 2 meanings possibly, because it's definitely not the party they thought they were going to.
No, so right there you have Chastity and Zach. They're the main characters. They're married, and Chastity loves going to adult parties, and because her husband does whatever she wants him to do, he gets dragged along to these parties. Her goal is to get into an invite-only party called Lore, which is hosted by Blair. And they go to a whole bunch of different parties and finally get the invite, and then they regret it.
Yeah, because this is this isn't exchange keys with somebody and wander off into a room and have a no strings attached good time kind of session. This is I mean, I've seen Cages.
Picture Saw meets Eyes Wide Shut. A lot of torture.
That had to be harrowing to put back on page. If you're drawing from experience, and I can't even imagine after the writing of it, passing it to an artist and then getting it back and seeing those images. You would probably say, you know what, that's way too light. You got to darken this up some here. No, it's much gorier than that.
I was really happy how the art came out. Dave Brown nailed everything that I wanted. He did a really good job.
Well, Chastity seems like this is going to be one of those books where somebody's going to learn a lesson that's been a long time coming.
Yes.
And since Chastity's the one who's seems to be pulling all the strings before the party, I would imagine she's the one who's going to get some sort of a comeuppance. I don't know. But you have an exclusive Daphne Lage cover here. That's very nice.
I do. This is a Kickstarter exclusive.
I don't think I've seen Daphne draw any fleshies before.
No, she does not like drawing people, and I begged her to do a cover for me, and while she was doing it, she would send me updates on how the image was going, and she's like, "Oh my god, this is so much fun. I'm glad I took the job."
Well, good. This is so this is if you're a Daphne Lage fan, folks, this is a rarity to add to your collection, because Daphne's largely drawing the furries and the anthropomorphics, and you can get all 3 of the books on this, both covers and the additional book Fetishes A to Z, which is a dictionary that I think you're going to probably need more volumes of that, because
I have plans in mind. I'm going to be doing another fetish book. Each letter is going to have 6 different fetishes. So it's going to
Okay.
be 126 pages altogether.
Yeah, because I was going to say that I thought that this one here had one per letter.
It did.
And I was like, oh, you're
Yep.
leaving out a whole bunch. And there are some that if you leave them out, nobody's going to mind. We don't want to see comic book graphic representation of some of these things. Um, you have a retail tier for $75. What's in the retail tier? How many copies are they getting?
5 of them.
Okay, so that's yeah, that's I'm not going to do the math. I can't. But that's a good deal.
Yes, it is. Is because Lore is an 80-page graphic novel.
Oh, okay, so is it perfect bound, or did you go saddle stitch?
It'll be perfect bound.
80 pages is a good size for that. All story, or because I've seen some. I've gotten some in the mail where it's like it's gonna be 80 pages, and I'm like, okay, there's more pages telling me how you made the book than there are pages of the actual book.
No, there is 69 pages of story.
You did that on purpose.
I did not. No, I did not do that on purpose. It just came out that way. And then there's some concept artwork, and then there's a couple pages of fan artwork.
Now, how do you get fan artwork ahead of press on a first issue book? I mean, you have like some beta readers or something, right? Say, hey, here are my characters. If you want to draw fan artwork, here's
I
what
just
they look
sent
like.
them images of what I had, and then they went from there.
No one's ever asked me to do fan artwork. I can't imagine why. I draw some great Charles Schultz style.
Next time I'm looking for fan artwork, I'll hit you up.
No, you don't want that. The VIP package here. This is some of the cool stuff that I remember seeing on the Indiegogo. The key for one thing, and the ring. These are two items that you just don't normally find in a comic book crowdfunder. I mean, closest I've seen is probably like metal bookmarks, or now, whether Matt Krotz put out that little decoder box where you could spin the rings and come up with secret messages.
That's cool.
Well, if he uses it right, it will be, because he should be putting secret messages in every subsequent campaign that goes with that story, so that the first backers can, find out, like, the secret tier is, and then the location. That would be kind of.
That's cool.
And then you got a painting by a print by Sean Howe.
I do. You can only get it in 2 tiers. You can get it in the VIP tier or the top dog tier.
So that's not something that somebody can do as an add-on then.
No.
Are you doing any add-ons with this Kickstarter?
The add-ons are the key and the ring.
Okay. So if somebody wanted the key really badly or the ring really badly, they could just add it on to what they bought.
Yep.
Excellent. Yeah, I like watching Sean sketch on the Sean Zilla show. I think Will hosts him quite a bit.
Yeah, he also has a page in the fetish book.
Oh yeah. So the fetish book is not just one per letter, but one artist per.
For the most part, I think there's 1 or 2 artists that did 2, because I couldn't fill up the space for other people.
Couldn't find 26 artists that were willing to.
Yeah.
Did you have any of them that said, you gave me this one, can I have a different one?
Basically how it was, if they agreed to do the page, I would tell them what fetishes I had left, and they would choose from the list.
Oh, okay, let them pick. Yeah. I'm not sure which is more interesting, having them given one and seeing the reaction to it, or actually letting them see a list and saying, yeah, I'm good with that one. It's like, what are you revealing about yourself here? You got some original art here too. This is nice. Now this is
I do. So for that tier, you get the book with the Daphne Leitch cover on it. You get the original artwork for the book and the original artwork for the print that was unlocked as a stretch goal.
Wow, that's a lot of original art for
Yes, it is.
So now this character here, that's not Chastity. She's a
It
blonde.
is Chastity. Yep, that's Chastity.
She colors her hair.
She does. You'll find out why in the book.
Not that that's an impossibility, I guess, but it threw me. And then you got the top dog picture. What's the difference? Oh, the top dog, you get the original art for the cover by Varian Grant.
Yep.
Who you have, good connection with when you need to get original art. You can
Oh yeah.
always hit him up.
Yeah.
And I hear he's cheap, with
For me, yeah.
for you. Yeah. Here's a nice close up on this key. And I didn't mention, because I'd forgotten, that this key is also a bottle opener. So,
It is. And they both play a role in the book. So it's not just a key and a ring for no reason.
Yeah, because they're if you want to role play the story at home,
I hope not.
you can have the cosplay necessities to pull it off. I didn't know they still made bottles that needed bottle openers, because even my beer bottles, I'm like, pop them off. Now I've cut my hand on something because they weren't meant to come off that way, but like, okay, that hurt.
I got lettered pages now.
I see that. Now, this is obviously very, very much a mature book by
It is.
topic, but how much of a mature book is it by panel? By the, if you looked at a panel like, whoa, I didn't know I was going to see that.
I'm gonna say about 85 to 90% is adult.
That's a lot of adult.
Yes.
So any single panel might, see like, this is the stuff that frustrated me as a teenager watching Cinemax at night. It's like, they're going into the strip club. Well, why are the strippers wearing lingerie? That's not what they. So
this is Club Fusion. So this is the first party that they get invited by Blair to. So he owns Club Fusion, and they get invited to this one. There's a lot that goes on in Club Fusion. It's not just strippers.
I would bet. I'm just saying, I was watching the films and I was expecting boobage, and I get that. I'm like, I feel misled. But if you were to put a rating on this, like a movie rating would be like a hard R or a Skinamax NC-17 kind of thing, or
according to my husband, it'd be NC-17.
All right. Now this is where they meet with Blair for the first
in
time.
person, yes.
Yeah. And he is more than meets the eye as well. We can't reveal, but he's not just a Hugh Hefner. I like to have lots of parties for the sex. I like to have lots of parties for, well, you'll find out.
Yep. Can't spoil it.
Is the whole story told in these 80 pages, or is there a lure 2 in the future here?
So with the first one, you can get the whole story. But after talking to my husband, we're probably going to do a sequel on the survivors.
Key word here, folks: survivors. If you really want to know what it's about.
Be more than one. I'm not going to give it away.
So we've got some stretch goals here, folks. You can get a print of this Daphne Lage artwork here. Second time I've seen her draw fleshies. So very, very, very interesting stuff here.
I love her work. She did an amazing job. And people that backed the Indiegogo, I had a Daphne Lage print for that too.
Very cool. And this one's been unlocked. That's at the 650. We are there, folks.
Yes.
We were at 957 now. We'd really like to get $43 more, and it's not gonna. You can get a pretty good package here for more than $43. So throw it at it. The foil sticker unlocked.
Yeah. The pin is also unlocked. I just have to change it. I've been busy all day.
And then the foil wrapper.
That is a custom condom. So the wrapper is going to be custom. It's going to look like the lore invite.
Okay. And is it gonna? It's gonna actually have a condom in the wrapper, or is
it
just
is?
The wrapper?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a company dedicated to that. Yes.
You can find anything custom print. I found a company that would print custom printed catch-up packs.
I seen
and,
that. Yes.
And the reason I did that was because I thought, wouldn't it be cool if they were included on Indiegogos and Kickstarters for people who had a second or third issue, and are like, and here's our catch-up tier.
Yeah. I've seen stuff like that before. We were actually thinking, me and my husband were talking about doing custom lube.
Oh, well, that would fit perfect with this, wouldn't it? Yeah, you could probably call up what the Adam and Eve company and just say, hey, what do you do custom wise?
I looked into it, but I couldn't find anything that would be reasonable.
Well,
right
yeah, I
now.
mean, you Google adult merchandise customized, and that's a rabbit hole that will take you all night to go down.
Oh yeah.
Plus, you have to have all your spam guards up.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a patch at 1,500. I'm assuming that's the logo.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that would look fantastic as a patch. And then the trading cards at 2,000. We're halfway there.
There'll be 5 trading cards.
Cardboard trading cards, double-sided, metal.
Just like your normal trading card, like baseball trading card type thing.
Picture on the front, print on the back.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff there. Very cool. And I'm gonna. Oh, come on, people! Kickstarter refreshes automatically. I don't have to hit refresh on this.
Kickstarter's automatic.
Yeah, I had to make a point now when I do Kickstarters, like,
if you want, you can play the female version of the trailer, like Chastity's talking. Maybe that would catch people's attention.
You know what? I will do that in my own special way here. So why don't you tell them about Chastity while I do this? And what drives her?
She's a stuck-up. Can I swear on here?
What's that?
So can I swear on here?
Yeah, we're not FCC.
She is a stuck-up bitch that is spoiled and gets what she wants. And her husband gives her what she wants, anything she asks for.
So do we get much of the backstory on, why she's the way she is, how they met, that kind of thing? You can tell I'm killing time here.
No, not in this issue. Maybe in the second one. I'm not sure yet. But
that would be interesting. Disney is doing this all the time with all their, bad bitches. They're like, yeah, but here's when she was born and what happened and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I didn't feel like a backstory would be beneficial. I mean, I didn't see the point in it.
Sometimes it's unnecessary. Sometimes, like, look, this is what she is. There's no need to be any deeper explanation than this. I'm almost there.
Yeah, that's how I felt. Like, I didn't need to give an explanation on why she is the way she is. That's just her.
Okay, here we go. So what I've done is I steal the videos off of YouTube and then I upload them to StreamYard so that there's no lag or cutting out and all that good stuff. So that's what I was doing all this time. I got special software.
So for this video, at the end of it, it is going to say Indiegogo because I couldn't find the original files. So I stole my video from my own YouTube page to put it up.
And then couldn't edit it. All right. Well, that's okay. We'll just, we know it's on Kickstarter. If anybody wants to get in on this right now while they're watching the video, they're just going to click the link and not notice where it's going anyway. So,
yeah.
Here we go.
Have you ever wanted something so much you would do anything to get it? I do. I will go to any party, be with anyone, just to get noticed by Blair, the one who controls the invites. I lust to get into lore. Do you?
So is that her whole reason for being is that she's just this intensely embodiment of lust.
Yes. She's a sex addict.
Oh, well, that's a different explanation. So yeah, so that explains why she wants to get all this stuff. Because I didn't know if there was something more driving her, where she's like, I'm trying to achieve this. All she's trying to achieve is I want this guy to do it to me.
Yep, and she wants to get into the exclusive parties.
To be seen and to see the others and to basically be able to say, I was there. I'm part of this.
Yep.
Higher cast of swingers.
Yep.
And
she wants to be important. She wants
trust me, if you're going to go to a swinging party, you want to go to the one with the pretty people. That's why they don't let me in.
Oh, don't say that.
Oh no! Besides, it'd be way too much work if I went anyway. I was like, like you want me to do what now? Yeah, how old I am. I can put this back up here now because I was going to tell people what they can get. $25 gets you the physical copy, but we need more than that. 35 copies gets you the physical copy and the ABCs of fetishes. So I would say that's a homeschooling expense right there. It's a dictionary. Put it on your taxes, and you probably get away with that one. Somebody just be a Kickstarter angel right now and just get the $75 tier. Get all 3 books. Get the Daphne Lage cover. Get the physical copy. And get the ABC. I suppose you could get. Do you know what the costs are for the add-ons for the key and the patch and all that? Well, the patch is a stretch goal, so that's not there.
I believe the key is 5 and the ring is 10.
Okay, so here we go. Get the $35 cover by Daphne Lage. Add on the ring, add on the key, and boom, there you go. We're covered. We'll be happy. So somebody do that, and then let us know in the chat that hey, I backed, and we'll.
Or you can be the VIP or the top dog.
You can do that. I'm not saying you can't spend the big bucks.
You get more exclusive stuff in those tiers too.
Because you'll get your name in the book. You'll get an original cover. I hate Kickstarter blocking out the thing I'm trying to show. You'll get your key. You'll get the ring. You'll get the T-shirt. All kinds of goodies in that $600 package there. Limited stuff in the 352. So yeah, if you are a intense collector and you like to have something that no one else is going to have, these are the things to get. Get in on those tiers.
I got something for everybody. And this time around, I did open it up to the UK and the European Union. So more people can get in.
UK and European Union, you kept Australia out on purpose, right?
I did. But I got a tier for that. It's called the $15 PDF tier.
Also known as the Australia Mail tier.
Yes.
Have you? I know that you and Varian have Liberty Distribution. Liberty, is it Liberty Entertainment Distribution? So I get it right there.
Yes.
Okay. Do you do much shipping through there to Australia? Because
not yet. No.
Nuts.
No, not yet. No.
Yeah, that went from like shipping a comic book was $28 to $40 to $70.
Mm-hmm.
And then the post office said, you know what, we're not going anymore.
Yeah, they're still on lockdown.
Yeah. Now you can get stuff to Australia. I just did.
Okay.
We fulfilled Angel's Awakening last week, and we had one package. Sadly, just one, so we couldn't make it any cheaper per unit. But we got a package in through UPS.
Okay.
UPS expedited, and it was $40.40 to send. I think it was three. Might have been. Let's just say it was the 3 graphic novels and the rolled up poster print.
But that's not too bad.
No, that's. I mean, I'd much rather send it for 25. But,
oh yeah.
And of course, if he'd had 5, 6, 7 copies going, we have an agent there who I can send it to in one shot, and then he breaks it down and sends the rest of it domestic.
Okay.
But you gotta have the bulk for that. Um, Even European. I don't know if the shipping you guys do to Europe, you have a bulk shipper that takes care of that stuff over
No,
there
we
for you.
don't.
So you send one to one to one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that it's not that it gets expensive for you because you guys tell the buyers like this is shipping, you pay it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but that's why we got into the business we were, was to help crowdfunders sell their stuff overseas, because specifically to help the overseas crowdfunders sell their stuff here, but it's ended up
Yeah.
going both directions. Because people, you'd go to Australia Comics and say, "Wow, that's a great $20 book. Wow, that's $35 shipping. I can't justify that."
Yeah.
So and since we're the biggest market, we may sell 5 or 6 to Australia, but Australia can send 150 to 200 to us. And if you bulk ship that, you can bring the cost down. We did. The company men. Now this was before the war.
Okay.
But the company man is using our service, and we had the costs down to he's marketing at $8 shipping per book
Wow.
from Australia to here. Now that was before August when the rates went up in the U.S.
Yeah.
and it was before October when the rates went up again temporarily, and it was before the great Australian culling of I told him, it's like, am I going to have to get a boat and like just sail up to the shore and you throw it over the prison walls and I catch it? And,
The boats won't even get there. I mean, how many boats do we have sitting at docks right now that can't even get unloaded?
I know it.
We got the paper shortage now.
Yeah. Because apparently we don't make paper here. We don't grow trees in this country.
No, we get it all from China.
We get everything from China. China's not afraid to cut down some trees. They'll just grow more.
Yeah.
We don't know how to do that. we cut down trees. Well, I think they should go to California and just cut down all the trees there and turn them into paper, and then they wouldn't have a forest fire problem every year.
That's a good idea.
If there was nothing to burn, problem solved.
Yeah.
But no one listens to me on that stuff. I come up with all these great ideas. I'm like, hey, let's not have capital punishment. Let's take everybody on death row and put them on pay-per-view, and the last one standing gets his sentence commuted. But nobody likes that idea either. I think they'd rake it in. It'd make a killing. I'm sorry. I get weird ideas, and then I put them out in the universe and let somebody else do them.
Yeah. So
And
I
I'm
just dropped down to 6 days now.
It just okay. That's the only thing that happens on the show. Numbers go down. Thank God it was just the days and not the pledge goals. Somebody said, "I'm refunding this shit now." I can't believe he sat here and talked about it like this.
No, I think anyone that picks up the book is gonna like it. It's different. It's not something you see all the time.
And it's a story. It's not like, ooh, sexy girl, sexy girl, sexy girl. Yeah, I bought this. It's like, oh, wait a second. These pictures actually connect, and this narrative means something.
The sex comes after the story. There's a story to be told.
Which is the real way to do it. I mean, I picked up so many mature books in my life, and I looked at it as like, no, this was a nude book. This was not a mature book. This was a very immature book. But it was just, it was marked mature because circles that look, because 2 concentric circles were drawn in front of a shape that looked like a woman, therefore mature book. It's a drawing.
Yeah, my book's not like that. There's a deep story to it. And yeah, the sex was just part of it.
Well, it's a big part of it though, because it's, the driving force behind all the parties and behind Chastity's life goals.
Yeah.
squad goals. I really want to get into it to find out why Zach allows himself to be cucked so often, because he's not drawn as a bad looking dude. I could see if he was drawn like a nebbish with like $1 million. He's like, yeah, this is the woman I can get, and I'm not going to lose her.
He's just rich, and he's a nerd, and he's an accountant for high-end clientele, and he doesn't want to lose her.
Well, all I can say is golf balls and water hoses are involved somewhere with her skills. If he doesn't want to lose her that badly, so whatever she does, she's really good at it. Yeah, that I think that alone makes this one worth reading, folks. You got to get into the story, find out what these characters are about, who they are, why they interact the way they do, because they do interact in a very interesting way.
They do.
They're not cardboard cutouts of stereotypes. So now I know you got to pick up here and get to another show.
I do.
Do some sound check. Where are you going? Where can we send? Where can we send this huge crowd of people?
I'm going on Russell Allen show.
Russell, I do not know Russell Allen. I am going to have to Google. Well, I won't say Google, although Google owns YouTube. I'll go to YouTube. But what's the name of his show? Is it just the Russell Allen Show?
I can send you the link.
Yeah, do that.
Give me one
Do that.
second.
Okay.
His show name is called Chasing the Bait.
That's an interesting one.
Let me see. I don't know if he just streams to Facebook or both. I'm not sure.
I'm not finding Chasing the Bait on. Yeah, I'm looking for Chasing the Bait on YouTube, and guess what? We're full circle. I'm back to fishing videos.
Yeah, I think it might be a Facebook only show.
Okay, well, folks, head on over to Facebook and look up Chasing the Bait there, and maybe Lola will tell him a little bit more than she told us, and you can piece it together. Something is going to make you want to buy this book, and apparently it's not me. So,
I posted a link in the private chat for you to check out.
Got it. Why can't I copy it? Open link in new tab. That'll work. And then I will copy and paste. Let's not paste it right back to you. Let's put it in the actual chat. There we go. Got two chats going on here.
Yeah.
Okay. Russ Explode Studios.
Yep.
All right. So, folks, follow the link in the chat over here to Russ Explode Studios for Chasing the Bait, and stay with Lola for the rest of the night here. Get this book to 1,000, please. I don't like that odd number. 957 is an uncomfortable number. I can't sleep.
At least it's not like 999.
Oh,
that would be horrible.
Yeah. Is there any way we can get up to? Which it's at 950. Is there any way we can get it to 969? That would be, we'll just at least for a minute. Just not long enough to take a screenshot.
I'm not sure. I don't know what I would have to do the math in my head, and I don't feel like doing math right now.
Oh, I never feel like doing math.
I will
donate the money.
I will be on shows the rest of the week, all the way till next Thursday. I have shows lined up.
Wow, you are.
If it's not Indie Vote, I'll be on someone else's show.
Yeah, but that's what you got to do. You got to do that every single day to back a book. I've seen people, they get out on the shows, then they take a week off, and they wonder why their book didn't sell. I was like, you can't stop. You got to keep going.
Funny thing with this campaign, I launched it not thinking, because all the cons we were booked for were like right around my launch. So for the first 2.5 weeks, I didn't go on any shows. I didn't advertise it like I should have. I'm just now starting to go on shows and everything.
Well, we're glad to have you on ours, and
I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, we'll have you on anytime you hit us up. We'll find out what the nearest night is and say, yeah, pick this, come on this day, and we'll sit around and talk about comics or whatever. We'll talk about Varian's listening. I was gonna say we'll talk about comics, we'll talk about sex, because those are the two things that went together. I'm like,
yeah.
Don't. Maybe
we need to get him on here. We need to get him on here so we could talk about Liberty.
That would be very cool, because I know that people are saying, hey, you got to get with Varian for his distribution, and then I hear people say, hey, you got to call up RJ for his distribution. I'm like, we're two very different things that just sound alike.
Yeah.
With our marketing stuff. So yeah, we could probably do something together and take over the world of comics.
Yeah, I'll have to figure out a schedule and when he can come on, and I will let you know.
Absolutely, yeah. Have him come on. We'll talk about Liberty Entertainment distribution, and I'll sneak in everything about Critical Blast logistics while we're there. All right. You got 5 minutes to get your sound check going up with Russell, so I will let you go. Thank you so much for coming on and discussing
you are
lore
welcome.
with us. Folks in the chat, appreciate you being here. We don't have a show unless you're here watching it, so we're just glad you popped in. Please do click the link if you're watching the replay. Get out there, find lure, get that thing over 1,000. Get over 2,000. 7 days left to go. Plenty of time.
We got to the 12th.
Yeah, rain dollar bills on this thing. And with that, as always, we just hope you had a blast.